What can you do if you're feeling lost in your research? If nothing that you've made so far, nothing that the results you have, not the things that you already did with your research, like the plots, the results, the data, nothing somehow makes sense, and you are a little bit stuck and you don't know how to move forward, whether anything that you already have will make sense and will eventually make it to your thesis or your paper. So this is a very common issue I see many PhD students experience, and also when I was a PhD student I also struggled with that, of this feeling that I am lost in my own research. Like, I don't know exactly in which direction I'm going, and how can I sort of make those decisions in a way that I know they're going to be beneficial at some point when the time comes to write my thesis or write my paper. So the first thing that I want to tell you is that that feeling of being lost mainly comes from the unawareness of what is the story that we are trying to take. Like, what is the story we are trying to tell with our research, and what is it that we are trying to say or prove. So whenever a student or a client tells me, look, I really feel lost with my research, we always take a step back and sort of attempt to make sense of the research that they already did, or make sense of the research in terms of what is it that we are trying to achieve. And when you are sort of in this mid-journey, in the midst of your PhD, feeling lost, what I always recommend my clients to do is to take a step back and to really take all of the results, all the data, all the notes, the drafts, everything that they have done so far, and really make sense of it. Like, figure out how are those results, what is the relationship of those results? Are they contradictory? Are they contradicting one the other, or are they pointing in the same direction? Are they actually saying the same thing, or can this research go in several different directions? So now we have to choose, and so on. So doing this exercise of figuring out what you already have and bringing some sense to it will help you immensely with finding the solution of what is your actual next step. Because I would say that in 80% of the cases, the issue isn't the feeling of stuckness and being like lost in your research. The issue is not having this structure in place of, okay, this is what we are doing, this is where we are going, and this is how we are going to get there. So if you are in that stage right now with your PhD, I want to tell you that this is exactly what I help PhD students do. So if you are lost with your work, you don't know in which direction you should go, you don't know how to put all of that research together into something that makes sense. Maybe your deadline is coming closer and closer and you're still stressed about the results or the experiments and the data that you have to obtain. I want to invite you to schedule a completely free intro coaching call with me. I will leave a link down below in the description where you can schedule it. And in that call, we can discuss exactly where you're at with your research right now. What are your current struggles, your current challenges? What are those things that you feel are not sort of allowing you to move forward in the right direction? And then we can define the specific and tangible next steps you can take in order to make sure that you are getting a little bit closer to that submission, to that finishing of the thesis, defense, or submission of your paper. So if this is where you're at right now, I want to invite you to schedule a call, and of course we can figure out whether you can take the steps on your own or with my help and support. So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you as always in the next few days with another video. Bye bye.